Hey everyone, it's your girl Tosca. I hope you guys are doing well. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Simba's under my desk and he's just playing around. So I'm just saging right now. I'm just cleansing the area, cleansing the space. Y'all should just get a bundle of sage like this and just start saging your home, saging your phones, saging your closets, whatever it is, especially if there's like a disagreement or if you feel just very anxious or something. This is a really good way to release that. Make sure you open a window and watch like the smoke leave the window, right? And just set your intentions for positivity, for answers, for clarity, for understanding, basically. And not necessarily for every answer in your life, but for guidance. So this is a really good way to just let things like bless and release things. Bless and release. I believe in releasing things so that more good can come into your life, right? Okay, so this is going to be a general reading for BTS. So I'll do a general reading for the group and then I'll do Jin, Suga, RM, all the way down to the last one at the end of this video. Okay, so I'll do a separate reading right now for the group and then I'll do individually towards the progression of the video. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. I am ready, you guys. I got my Starbucks. This is my absolute, I know it's got so much sugar in it, but it's the venti caramel ribbon crunch frappuccino. This is absolutely my favorite. I'm a big caramel fan. I don't know where that came from, but I love caramel. I like it more than like the mocha stuff. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's just me. And it changed because in my 20s, I really loved the mocha stuff. And I really love like that fruity, like strawberry stuff, like the pink drink. I love the pink drink too from Starbucks. But man, this caramel ribbon crunch. Mm-hmm. It's bomb. It's doing its thing. All right. So let me start with the group. I'm going to start with a Lover's Oracle card. These are very pretty cards. I do have to say I'm very pleased with how this came out. And of course, this is tarot, so this is guidance. This is definitely guidance. Use your discernment. The boys or the men, the guys of BTS should use their discernment also. I would encourage them to continue to meditate. I would tell them to continue to not necessarily look for answers because the answers are really within them. Like every time you look for answers from an outside source, like a tarot reader, or a psychic or some kind of medium, you try to dig for answers from someone else, and you outsource that power to someone else. So I would say, remember who you are, remember the power that you have, remember, and that doesn't just mean money and fame and success. The power that you have means it's the power that the energy that you hold, that creates worlds, that creates miracles, that creates good things in your life, that creates abundance. So if you look at it more as guidance and as understanding, yeah, please do so. I am open for personal tarot readings, and I am also open for mediumship readings and also just guidance, numerology, life path numbers, things like that. I love numbers, y'all. I never thought I would be into numbers, but I'm a numbers person. um, and if you have questions about your career, about whatever, I'm your person. And that's funny. This is literally what I was just talking about. I just cut the deck. This is literally what I was just talking about. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. Sorry guys, my mic went crazy for a second. There you go. Use your discernment. When I read for you guys, I will let you guys be the judge of that, because I don't really want to meddle in their lives this way forever. um I just want to, send you guys what I see and what I know as of right now. So, any other messages for BTS as a group, and then I'll get into the tarot. Any other messages? As you know, I have no biases. I've started to listen to some of their music, but it's one of those things that that just kind of happened. But I'm not like, oh my god, I'm gonna go to every concert. No. All right, so I have 3 cards here. The first card is Sacred Union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. So when I see this, I'm getting the feeling for the whole group is to really kind of don't take for granted the type of relationship they all have with each other, like as brothers. They're not brothers by blood, but they've grown up together. They created their careers together. A lot of their lives were together. And to honor and treasure that relationship, because I really don't think BTS after this is really going to move forward together as a unit, as a band, as a boy band, as K-pop. I have a feeling that they're going to start to do their own thing. Yeah, forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. And then you got balance. I think a lot of them need this right now. They need some balance in their life. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. Being in the limelight has its fair share of challenges. It's really disgusting the way I feel like the guys have been treated in the past, particularly by the fans, but also by management. I mean, there's really no other way to say this, because I do feel like it's almost like they're in a glass box, and they can't get out. Like, that's all there is. And they're trying to do so many different things, but they're always it's like when you want to shift to another direction, and the fans don't like it. The fans are like, you're old shit, and we miss the old BTS, and we miss this, and it's all nostalgia, right? Because nothing lasts forever. All right. So, Holy Spirit, divine guides, ancestors, I ask you now to come forth, send us the answers we need to see. This is for BTS. I always say a little prayer, a prayer of protection for them and a prayer of protection for me as I read them. And just guard our hearts. Guard your hearts. That's actually very biblical. That's in the Bible. That's in Proverbs. Guard your heart, for that is where that's where everything comes from, right? Your heart. It comes from your heart, right? Whether you believe it or not, it comes from your heart. And whatever work you do, whatever career you choose, whatever path you take, whatever home you live in, it dwells in the heart. So I would probably say just honor that, protect it, protect your heart. Yeah, so right now you got the Two of Swords. I just cut the deck and the Ten of Cups. So there is a very strong decision that has to be made I wouldn't say very soon, but soon enough. And it has to do with their own happiness, their own privileges, their own joys, their own peace. I think a lot of them are figuring out what to do, whether to choose family over career. That's the other thing. Okay. 6 cards, please, because I feel like a lot of them, especially the older ones, want to settle down. Which is, it's understandable. Give me 8 cards, please, for BTS. 5 of Swords. The whole group. Holy Spirit. Ace of Wands. Ace of Swords. Nine of Swords. A lot of mental clarity, but there's a lot of thinking, right? There's a lot of thinking, there's a lot of planning. There is action that's going to happen, but it's not happening yet. I feel like there is there's just a lot of anxiety going on here. 4 more cards, please, for BTS, the group. Anything else? Alright, we're gonna go with it. So you got the 8 of Wands, fire energy, Wheel of Fortune, 7 of Cups, King of Cups, yeah, 7 of Wands, 5 of Wands, yeah. I was seeing this happening. One of my cards fell. 8 of Swords and the Knight of Swords. BTS. Yeah, they're going through a very difficult time transitioning into who they are trying to be. I think there's a lot of thought processes going on right now. Give me 1 card, please. What is the overall energy for BTS as a group? What is the overall energy as BTS as a group? What is the theme of this? Eight of Cups. Yeah, they're going to be walking away eventually. The Temperance card and the Emperor. Aries energy. Three of Wands is on the bottom, which means they are trying to go on to their separate ways, but they haven't really communicated it yet, but I think it's eating them inside because we're literally starting with the 5 of Swords. Defeatist. There's a strong defeatist attitude because it feels as though through the ups and downs of their relationships, and trust me, even in K-pop there's always going to be disagreements. um there's going to be strong disagreements. I feel like there's disagreements in there's disagreements in management, there's disagreements in, hey, we don't want to do this anymore. I don't know if they still have a contract to be a group um towards the end, but like it feels very conflicted, and time will tell, time will show, time will tell um how conflicted it actually was. And I'll be honest with you, even within the band, even within the group, they have been in conflict with each other since the beginning of the tour. They won't say it. They won't. They'll think, they'll show it like everything is okay because it's PR, right? Um, but there's a strong sense of like there's a strong disagreement. I think with one or two of the guys, maybe three of them. I'm gonna go on out on a limb here and say there's something about the establishment and the established roles that they played that is shifting now, because they didn't see it for a long time, but they're trying to find clarity about everything. All of them, they're trying to find clarity, they're trying to find their footing, because when you're 30, 31, 32, your early 30s, right, and you're trying to figure out your, what is the meaning of life. Like I literally have like see some of them really thinking, okay, so after BTS, what is the meaning of my life? What is the meaning of all of this? And that's why I kept on saying, like, it's the power within you. Like when you outsource answers to like a third party, to a psychic or a tarot reader or a medium, you're looking for answers outside of you when you should be looking internally, right? In yourself. So each of them have their own answers, and each of them know. That's the thing. They know. They know it's not going to last forever. They know that, and I also have a feeling that even um and I'm sure they will always be like good friends for a lifetime, but they know they eventually they're just gonna have to go their separate ways, because they're not gonna live the same lives like they used to. It's not like they're 23, 24, 25 and they're trying to live a life like they're in a dorm room, right? They're gonna try and expand and explore and find their own journey in life, travel, meet new people, meet interesting people, meet people who can elevate their lives, maybe do some soul searching, because I do feel as though they've been so conflicted for a long time. Even their creativity, I will say this, to have the Ace of Wands here and the Wheel of Fortune and the Five of Wands, I feel like they had to fight for even just having the vision of like, this is the type of music I want to do, and this is the type of music I need to go, because they're gonna branch out doing their own thing. And that's what artists are supposed to do. They're supposed to expand and explore. They're not supposed to stay in a box, being in a box like a product, right, to sell. Give me one more card, please, for BTS. A lot of forgiveness here. There's a lot of harsh words going on, you guys. There's between them, management, things just things. There's a lot of harsh words going on behind the scenes because, and even if they're not physically saying it, they're thinking it. Because there's something here where it's like I need to start leading on my own terms, not leading on the terms of Big Hit, or not leading on the terms of my fans, or not leading, I need to do this independently, respectfully, right? Respectfully, like, let me just do my own thing without having people around me, surrounding me, trying to figure out my life when that's my responsibility. And y'all fans need to figure out your lives and your responsibility, Give me 3 more cards, please. Yeah, 3 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and the Magician. A lot of them, and Justice. Something about justice will be served. So basically, their justice, their form of retirement, their form of happiness and joy is to build their own families. I think for a lot of them, it's going to be building families. Getting married, having kids, having the joy of having a family. They're not, they're not kids anymore. They're also going through something where well, not very concerned, but they are concerned about what has happened, and having each other like shipped together or shipped with other people, with other artists. And it feels like I never want my family to see any of that, which is understandable. That's why you have to be careful. You got the Justice card here and the Magician here. See, the thing is, everything is an equal give and take. Everything is give and take. So the energy that the audience or the fans give to them is what they take back and what they give back to you. So if they're not happy with something, they're not really gonna be happy playing to an audience that made them unhappy, right? So it feels very much, it has to be an equal give and take. So their justice, I feel, is their happiness. And I'll be honest, their happiness should come first. These are yes men. And unfortunately, being a product of the industry, or being an industry plant, or being an artist that was manufactured into an industry plant, what you find is a lot of their ideas are knocked down, and they have to do the things that their management tells them to do, or whoever has to tell them to do, whatever their contract tells them to do. This is how you have to do your makeup, this is your choreography, this is what you wear, this is like these it really feels like they had to put their own desires, even the types of places that they are sponsoring, or companies that they're sponsoring. They have no say. They have no say in it. Like, they have no say in it. And so I think they're, at the end of the day, they're going to choose, all of them are going to choose their individual happiness over what everyone else wants. Period. Point blank. Like, you can't live your life underneath a hierarchy of things that everyone else wants, and forget what you want, right? And I feel that way, and I feel that's why, like, someone like Jungkook, or all of them, it's hard because they lost part of themselves in the industry. And I don't mean it in a Illuminati kind of way. No, it's more so of like I couldn't really be myself. Even if I was live on doing my own thing in my own room, like I couldn't really be myself. So, this tour is probably a wrap. It's a wrap. It's done. Like stick a fork in it, you know. People don't like when I say, and I've been saying it since like since I started this channel, which was like in 2023 or 2022. I was like, they're not. Yeah, no, they're not sticking around. They're not sticking around. You know, they want to live their own freaking lives. Give me 3 cards, please, for the industry and what they're planning to do with this tour, and then I will get into, we'll start with Jin first, okay? And I'll do short readings because I know there's 7 of them, so I'll do like 3 cards per 3 or 4 cards per person, and I'll show you a general what's going on in their lives. If you made it this far, thank you so much. Please like, share, subscribe, whatever. Enjoy it. Make yourself a cup of coffee. Okay, anything else for the group? Any other messages for the group? All major. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm getting chills. Oh yeah. So there's something here about their lives. It feels very, I hate to say it this way, but it's, I don't hate to say it this way, but it feels very much under wraps right now with the High Priestess. It feels a lot of their planning is under wraps, and a lot of their planning is really subconscious. They're trying to manifest it. There is something new coming into each of their lives, right? But first they have to fulfill certain duties, certain things to themselves and certain things to others that they haven't really done just yet. It's almost as if, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Hercules, like the Disney movie, where he finds out he's, you know, he's half god, right? And everything is now going great. He's now a big superhero. He's now like a great, like, I can do it, right? I can do it. And then he goes back to Zeus, and he's like, can I come back home now? Because I've done my duty as a superhero. I've saved lives. I've done this. Like, I've done, and it almost feels like, I know you're doing such a great job, but that's not really what we're looking for. And I feel as though with the BTS members, they're going through some of them might go into it a little bit later in life, but some of them might be going into a spiritual awakening. And with the spiritual awakening, they're going to start learning about certain things, certain different cultures, different occults, different understandings of life. A very this is a very fluid kind of energy where it's like, you can't stop me from understanding the ways of the world. Like, you can't stop me. It doesn't matter what society tells me. It doesn't matter what government tells me or what the fans tell me. It's like, I'm going to study and I am going to learn everything I need to know, because that is the foothold. with the strength card here. That is the strength of my existence. A lot of them are really questioning their existence right now. Like, I remember it came early for me. I remember when I was in my early 20s, I started to question what is the meaning of life, the Fool card, right? What is the meaning of all of this? What is the meaning of all my choices and all these decisions? Um, and it reminds me of the movie The Matrix when Neo goes to see the Oracle and she says, "Do you want the candy?" And he's like, "You already know if I'm going to take the candy." And she said, "Yes." The question is, why did you take the candy? So they're trying to figure out why they're here. Um, I believe every life, no matter how much of a hardened criminal or how despicable of a person or how great of a person that, they are, like, everyone, there's always something here to understand where life has meaning. Sometimes not the best, but life has meaning and there are lessons to be learned. So, and not all karma is bad. I want to make that very clear, you guys. Not all karma is bad. Karma just means it is lessons and it is action to put in the work to live this life and create this life that you want. Karma is not always bad. It's not always like karma's gonna get you. Karma is a bitch. No, people who talk like that, they don't know what they're saying. They don't know what they're talking about. But yeah, that's the stronghold. So they're gonna go through a spiritual awakening very soon. I would probably say like maybe in a year. Probably in a year. Um yeah, strong spiritual awakening. Some of them could re-encounter their love for Jesus Christ. Maybe if any of them are, if any of them have been non-spiritual, like an atheist or an agnostic, if they have been non-spiritual, I feel like there will be a breakthrough in their spirituality, in their spiritual life, because at some point they're going to have to be curious and interested, because this is a calling. This is something that is, you know, you don't you don't chase you may not want to chase after it, but it really it calls to you, and and you start to embrace it. Like, you start to enjoy, embrace it, understand it, learn it. There's a I don't know if he's still alive. His name is William Donahue, but he was talking about Jesus Christ. He's like, I grew up Southern Baptist. I grew up da 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 da. Jesus Christ is the only way. No, they got it all wrong. Institutionalized religions got it all wrong. Institutionalized religions got it all wrong. Jesus isn't waiting for us to let him into our hearts. He's waiting for us to go into his heart. It's the opposite. So this whole soul searching thing is going to come about when they need to feel enlightened about something. Like, they're looking for answers, and they're looking for enlightenment, right? They're looking for not just the answers, but the meaning to the answers. That's what I'm picking up. Very strong esoteric message here. Anything else for BTS? And I know this might not be the type of message you are looking for, but I do feel meditation, because meditation, prayers, prayer beads. I'm also seeing like prayer beads, like the Buddhist prayer beads. These things are going to become they're not just relics, right? They're not just relics. They're going to become important to them, because they learn that these are things that are helpful for them to not forget how they even got to where they are, how they even got to be successful, how they even got to be in the place where they're going to be, right? So there's a very strong yeah, sense of a spiritual awakening, because a lot of them have been going through a lot of this. Nine of Swords, anxiety, misunderstood. I'm not living the same. I don't live a normal life like everyone else. They will never understand, because no one is really supposed to truly understand them, because I will tell you something. They live a very different life, and not everyone can handle that kind of life. But obviously, for whatever reason, they were chosen to live that life, and to be a group, and to make music together, and to have a large audience, right? But it also caused them a lot of mental health problems. Anything else? Yeah, Ace of Wands. So there's a push from the universe. There's a push from the universe for them to kind of balance everything out. Heart and soul. I see the soul as a feather and their heart, you know. They're trying to balance their lives. All right. This is going to be a long reading. All right, we'll start with the first one. We'll start with Jin. Hold on. Y'all, I need to look up their names still. After 4 freaking years of doing readings for them, I still need to figure out their names. I know Jin is the first one. So I'm gonna, hold on, let me Google it. Okay, BTS members. We will start with Jin, J-Hope, RM, Suga, V, Jimin, and Jungkook. Okay, that's how we're gonna do it. Alright, Jin. What's going on with Jin? You know, Jin in Arabic is a certain kind of like shapeshifter, like a genie of some sort. Alright, give me 6 cards, please, for Jin. 6 cards for Jin. Six cards for Jin. I don't know if he's put his family up front, but I do feel like he has a grandmother that is around him. And I'm also seeing a great aunt. Okay, I'm seeing three women around him. A mother, his mother, a grandmother, and a great aunt. So there's a very strong motherly presence around Jin right now. I can't make it up. Queen of Cups. There's a strong motherly presence, because I feel like he's going through something right now with the Devil card on the bottom here. He might feel stuck right now. Very strong feminine matriarch energy coming in for them. For him. This is for Jin. 2 of Wands. 6 cards, please, for Jin. Queen of Wands. So these women around him, I feel like they can be a bit territorial. They can be... I feel his energy right now is being protected with the Moon card here. Queen of Cups again. His energy right now is being strongly protected spiritually. Too many cards. Give me 2 more cards. Two more cards, please, for Jen. Ace of Swords and the Emperor. Yeah, and then the 3 of Cups here. So yeah, I do see 3 women, literally, spiritually speaking. It may not be physically in his physical world, but 3 women watching over him, very territorial, very protective of his energy. I do not know what Jin's sign is, but I'm seeing Aries. I'm seeing Leo, Sagittarius probably, and I'm also seeing Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Yeah, 9 of Pentacles. Strong sense of protection. Like, I feel like the energy that these 3 people are giving, or 3 spirits that are giving him, it's very positive, because there will be an ending in his life, and I feel like in the life of his career, right? There's something that's changing, and there's a transition that has to be made. They're trying to make it as smoothly as possible by protecting his energy, so he's not separated by anxious thoughts and anxious things and being pulled from every which way. I also feel as though he has not gotten the recognition that he deserves with BTS. Yeah, he hasn't gotten the recognition, Knight of Swords, that he deserves. He put in a lot of work. He put in just as much work as Jungkook. He may not be as out there or as vocal, but he put in a lot of work, a lot of time, and a lot of energy. And I feel as though right now he is in the process of finding his own way. And I do feel like there are people around him, family, ancestors around him, that are very much protecting his energy. I'm also seeing, like, with the 2 of Wands here, like, he's trying to expand his horizons. So it almost feels like he's back to being a little boy again, because it's almost metaphorically, of course. It's almost like, yes, I got older, yes, I got wiser, but now the the top of one hill is the bottom of another, right? So there's a journey he's looking into, and he's trying to get from this boy to this emperor, right? He has a lot of, I will say this, Jin has a lot of wisdom. He's very funny. I'm getting a lot of laughter. He's very funny, but I do feel like he holds a lot back. Yeah, 8 of Pentacles. He holds a lot back. He does not feel free in what he's doing. He's not freely open to be who he wants to be by traditional standards. Okay, I do see marriage here eventually with the Empress on the bottom. I do see marriage. Not quite yet, but it's someone who's on his level, right? But I do see marriage eventually, if he chooses to do so. So that is what I'm getting for Jin. J-Hope. Let's do J-Hope. Simba. Simba's over there sleeping. J-Hope. What's going on for J-Hope? Six cards, please, for J-Hope. Four of Wands. 9 of Cups. Knight of Swords. I'm I'm gonna go on a limb here again with J Hope. He knows his limits. This is a man that knows his limits, and he knows what he's good at and he knows what he's not good at. And he knows what he's talented in and what comes easy and natural for him, and he knows what doesn't come natural for him. Yeah, Nine of Swords, the Star, Judgment, the Chariot, and Six of Swords. I see a move for him and a new opportunity coming in for him after this whole thing, this whole tour. I do see something new coming in for him. There is a project. What I'm picking up for J-Hope is there is a project that he's been putting in the back of his head that he's been wanting to do for a long time. That he has, it could be in television, it could be something else. I don't know. I also see him moving. He's gonna get like a new apartment or a new home or um a new place to live. I'm seeing very strong new living situation. As soon as things kind of settle, like the dust settles, I do feel like he is going to be moving. And I'm hearing the words recalibrate. So he's recalibrating a lot of things. So he knows where his limits are. He knows what he deserves and he knows what, you know, I did the work, I did this, and that's it. It's he's I find him to be, give me one more card. I find him to be a bit, I don't want to say humble, but he is giving a sense of like he's not here to brag. Like I'm just going through life and I'm just doing what any 31, 32-year old, whatever he is, I'm just going through it. I just chose a different path. You don't have to do exactly what I do. So he also learned from a lot of mistakes. I feel like it's mistakes about, it could be financial mistakes. I feel like there was a lot of deception. Could have been in his family or people around him. It could have been people who took advantage of him at some point. But he knows his limits. He knows what he knows what he wants to do. He knows what he wants to do, whatever that is. I do see a family for him eventually, legacy building. I Give me one card, please. I see him. Ten of Swords came out. But I see him really making money off of like investments that he has. I see that there's something at Eight of Cups here, Seven of Wands, and the Page of Wands. There's something here where in the King of Cups, like he doesn't want to fight too hard, and the King of Swords, he doesn't want to fight too hard to make money. He doesn't want to work too hard to make money. So I feel like that is the energy he's giving out, right? Money is energy. So his success and his value and his worth comes from how he co-creates with his mentality. He has to keep a clear head, keep his emotions in check, because his money is attached to his emotions. His money is attached to his emotions, and he had to fight for a lot of things in his life. I don't know why I'm getting that. I'm getting a very like Rocky Balboa type of energy, but it's like I had to fight for everything. Like I may not have gotten the accolades, and I just want to get what was right for me. And that's the energy I'm getting. And I feel like in the next stages of his life, he doesn't want to really fight for it anymore. He doesn't want to really have to work too hard for it anymore. I think he just wants to live off investments and you know, do some hobbies, enjoy his life. I feel that's the thing. I think he hasn't really enjoyed or have felt the joy of enjoying your life, because every time he's going out vacation or whatever, there's something else that comes up, right? um but I do see a strong move here. I see a new apartment or a new penthouse, or like something nice, or a new house, new living situation. I see water, near the water. I also see he doesn't, again, he wants to keep a clear head. He doesn't want to work too hard, especially when he gets older. One more card, please, for J-Hope. This is going to be a long video, you guys. If it takes like 2 hours, it takes 2 hours. One more card for J-Hope. Yeah, Queen of Wands. Strong manifesting energy. This is where, you know, it's the yin and yang, right? This is the yin and yang. This is, I can manifest worlds. I can manifest anything I want. Anything that I think about, I can have, right? And it's all attached to my emotions. And I have to keep, you know, that saying, guard your heart. He's guarding his heart. He's guarding his emotions. So I think he knows what he wants. I think right now it's taking a lot of a lot of things around him is taking a lot of his stimulation and energy that he can't really manifest it in quickly. But when he does, this guy is a manifester. I don't know who this guy is, J-Hope, but this guy can he can make shit happen if he really wants to. He can really make shit happen. I'm actually kind of impressed. But he can't let things stop him from doing it, right? Because if you feel like you're blocked, then you're blocked, you know, like, oh shit. But this guy, he knows his value, he knows his worth, and he knows that I can create things and multiply it. That's why I feel like he's going to live off of investments and not really off of whatever he makes from royalties and BTS and things like that. And I think he's going to maybe make music, but it's not like a career move for him. I think he's going to be invested. Just investments, just checks in the mail, right? It just checks in the mail, you know, bank account, just keep going up. Like, he don't even have to do anything. That is the Midas touch. You know, that is like the beauty of what he's doing. And I think he knows, if he was in front of me right now, I think he knows what I'm talking about. Like, yeah. Like, yeah. Balling. Like, he's literally balling. Because he doesn't want to live under the terms of other people. I mean, none of them do, but like, he doesn't want to live like, this is the only amount you're gonna get, and this is that. Like, this is a guy who does not want to live in lack, because it's the lack mentality that stops him from doing what he wants. RM. Okay, this is RM is at 5323. RM. I hope you enjoy this, you guys. That's yeah. J-Hope is very, like, I can definitely see him kind of being like this grandfather energy, like very wealthy grandfather, like having a couple of Andy Warhols in his ranch in Calabasas or something. Like, I can see that for him, because he knows what he wants. Like, he knows what he's good at, and he knows what is not really meant for him. And he can, that's the thing. He learned to accept it. J-Hope is someone who can accept it. For better or for worse, I accept it. Move on, because I have this to do. I have my life to create. I have, like, that guy is a manifester, and he does it instantaneously. All right. Whew. All right. RM. Holy Spirit, what's coming in for RM? Oh, we got four more. Four more. I like J-Hope. I hope he... All of them, I like all of them as people. And I hope he, they all find their way. It's not an easy life. Life is not easy. If it was easy, then everyone would be rich and famous and happy, and everyone would want to one up everyone else. Like, it would be so boring, to be honest. If everyone was rich and had like a stuck up attitude, like that would be so fucking boring to me. I'd be so like disappointed with the world. Okay. RM, what's going in for RM? Holy Spirit, what's coming in for RM? Seeing an angel coming out for RM. Seeing angels. Knight of Pentacles. The Empress. Feminine energy, Five of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. I don't know how great RM's life was at home. The Lovers. I don't know how great RM's life was, like his parental home, Two of Wands. I don't know how his parents were towards him. Six of Pentacles. The Sun. Ten of Pentacles. Strength. Yeah. Getting strong Leo vibes here. Six of Swords. Give me one more card. Yeah, strong Temperance and the Ace of Cups. And the Nine of Pentacles. I'm seeing like balancing your chakras and shit for RM. Realigning. I feel like there's a strong sense of realigning himself and realigning who he is. I'm getting a strong sense of him reparenting himself. There's a strong sense of him like just really almost like redoing his past, like repairing what has been broken. I don't know what his love is on his mind. All right, love is definitely on his mind. But it's not like a right away thing, because you have the Knight of Pentacles and the Lovers to start out with, and then you have the Empress and the Two of Wands. Very Venus heavy type of energy for RM. I feel like for RM, there's something here that it feels like it's never enough. Like I try to match your energy and I try to give what I can, but it's never enough. There's this strong sense here of like, I'm only human. It's never enough. I don't know what to do. I don't know if he's dating someone. I don't know, but so here's what I'm getting. And I'm just going to paraphrase what I'm seeing. There's a strong sense right now in his personal life where he's trying to reparent himself. He's trying to reparent himself because I feel like with his parents, I feel like I don't want to say there was an abandonment, but it almost feels like their parents chose each other and then it was the kid. Like, I get it. Like, the love that that parents have for each other is the example that you show to your children, but it almost was like they chose each other, and then it was kind of like the kid was an afterthought. Like, he was an afterthought. That's what I'm getting. Like, he like, oh, he was an accident, or he was like, like, that's what I'm getting. And he's reparenting himself, like, he's trying to be very calm with himself, trying to be very gentle with himself, um trying to remother himself, try to get into that feminine, like, love for himself kind of energy, because I feel like whatever he did, he tried, right, with his mother, with his parents, he tried, but it was never enough. And I think he was seeing the same thing happen in BTS. There's strong sense of angels around him. Archangel Michael could be around him. I'm just seeing a feather right now. Archangel Raphael. I think he's really trying to find his way. I feel like and I'm also getting, he's been spiritually bankrupt, spiritually, right? Spiritually, even like maybe ethically, morally bankrupt. Like, he like, something about his life was definitely not shown to him, and he had to expose it for what it was, for better or for worse. Um he had to stop putting his parents on. That's the other thing. I think he put his parents on a pedestal. That's very common in Asian culture. Like, you put your parents first. And I have a feeling he did that, and he's not too thrilled about it because it's not enough, right? But he's gonna, I feel like there's something enlightening that's going to happen for him, that he's gonna realize, yeah, I can't keep giving to this. Yeah, I can't keep giving to this. I need to save my energy. I need to save myself, right? I need to save myself first. I need to put myself first. That's why I don't see any other cards of like, if he's with someone, or if he's dating someone. There's no cards like that, because I feel like he's definitely focused on himself first, and he's reparenting a lot of things because he knows he has to move it into a different direction. 10 of Pentacles, to his own stability. I feel like his stability was just raw. Like, it, something happened with his stability. Give me 3 more cards for RM, and then I'll get into the next one. Yeah, 7 of Swords, 7 of Wands, and the 5 of Cups. It's like, nothing I do is good enough. He really feels that way, and I think it translated into his time in BTS. Like, nothing I do is good enough. One more card, please, for RM. And sometimes it caused conflict. It's difficult when you are trying your best, but you still don't get the recognition you want. Like, same thing with Jin. Jin didn't get the recognition he wants, but I think he's okay with it. With RM, he's not okay with it. He's not okay. He's not okay. I also feel like he was promised a certain amount of money, of whatever, and he, like, yeah, he was promised like a certain amount of money, and he never got it. And he did the work for it. And the Tower card. This guy is ready for BTS to be over. I'm just saying. I don't want to rain on your parade, but the RM is ready for BTS to be like, can we move on from this? Because I can't keep working my ass off and busting my ass and still getting my ass handed back to me. That's the energy I'm getting from him. Okay then. Anything else? Yeah. Yeah, like he had to learn how to reparent himself, and it's a slow heal. It's healing, slow healing process. I'm sorry, you guys. This just came out like that. And then we have, who do we have now? We did J Hope, Jin, RM, Sugar. It's Sugar. This is Sugar. Sugar. Y'all, I'm gonna sit here till 4 o'clock. It's 3:15 right now. I'll be here for like another hour just reading on each of them. Jesus Christ. But thank you if you guys are sitting here and watching and enjoying this. I'm glad you are. And also shout out to whoever suggested this. I really appreciate it. Sugar. What's coming in for Sugar? I'm just doing one long video on BTS. Yeah, let me sage that energy because it was a lot. It was just a lot to deal with. Woo! Okay. What's going on with Sugar? And then a hero comes along with the strength to carry on, and you cast your fears aside. And you know, why is Mariah Carey coming up? I love that song, by the way. 'Cause you know you can survive. So when you feel like hope is gone, look inside you and be strong. Then you'll finally see the truth, that a hero lies in you. Devil. So you got, wow, Strength, Knight of Cups, the Devil. Whew, okay. Now I'm getting it. Oh my gosh. What's coming in for Sugar? I love that song. I feel like, I think a lot of people see him as some kind of hero, some kind of, the Hermit. King of Wands. Queen of Swords. Justice. Give me one more card, please, for the Hierophant. Getting Earth signs, Leo, Aries, Libra, Virgo. These are just energies. Taurus. Two of Wands. Cancers here. The Chariot. Three of Swords. Six of Cups. All right. What's going on here? Yeah. He has a strong leadership qualities about him. He knows how to handle like I'm getting like he knows how to handle the members. Okay, this is what I'm getting. He is the peacemaker of the group. He is the peacemaker. Justice card is in the middle, Three of Swords, and the Devil. So when things are in conflict, he is the fucking peacemaker. He doesn't go along to get along. Like, he will call people out, but he will also he will also be like, what the fuck is even the point of us arguing over this? Like, we need to, like, carry on, because that's arguing isn't gonna fucking do anything about this. Arguing is not going to fix the problem. Arguing is it's just not going to solve anything. And I find that Suga is a problem solver. He's been under a lot of scrutiny in the past, right? But it made him so much stronger and so much self-aware. With the King of Wands here, strong fire energy, Pisces, Aries, but I think he is a Pisces, right? I think he is a Pisces, but Aries, strong Aries energy, very self-aware, very confident in who he is. He's like, I don't care if you like me or not. If we're not going to be a team, we're not going to be a team. Like, we have to get it together. He carries a lot of, there's a lot of strong survival tactics that he has. Very strong survival, because he learned how to survive scrutiny. He learned how to survive pain. He learned how to survive scrutiny from the media, and he learned his lessons. He understands it, but he's like, if they're gonna keep doing that to me, I don't want to be a part of it. This Suga is someone who stands on business. The Hermit card and the Hierophant. He stands on business. He's single right now, if you guys are curious. He's single right now. I think the hardest lesson for him to learn was that not everyone is going to be, even his fans, people are going to turn their backs on him at some point. You cannot be married to your career. And I think that is something that he started to understand, because yes, he has leadership, he has ambition, he knows how to rap, he does what he does great, but he also understands that he cannot be married to his career, because not everyone's going to understand what he wants to do. And a lot of scrutiny that has come into his life, especially the past 2 or 3 years, it's changed him. It's changed him into someone who does not want to have to handle that level of pain anymore, definitely strong survival instinct, strong self-awareness. 3 more cards, please, for Suga. Yeah, the Magician. Eight of Wands. The Sun. And the 10 of, I'm telling you, the 10 of Swords have come out for every single one of them. So this is not going to be a forever thing. I feel like he's looking into the future, into what he wants, but he hasn't really gotten to that level yet. Like, he's not really thinking about it just yet. I feel like I feel like he's ending a karmic cycle. I feel like there's something in his life that he's come to terms with, and he's ending it. He's just ending it, because, yeah, 5 of Swords, 4 of Cups, Queen of Cups. He's ending it. He knows when something is over, it's over. Right? He can turn a blind eye, even to, he can be the nicest person and then just completely do a 180 and turn a blind eye. Like, I don't know you. Right? Like Jesus, who said to Peter, depart from me, for I never knew you. And the switch up is real with the Suga. The switch up is very real. Like, the minute he there are no second chances with him. The minute you betray him is the minute you want to be a Judas Iscariot to him. Fine, do it. Crucify him. But don't think that you're going to come back into my life, into my world. That's why he doesn't really care. That's why he's not really married to the career anymore. He's not really married to the idea of like, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. That passion is gone. I think there's a new kind of strength in him, a new kind of resilience in him that's like, you can't fuck with me anymore. One more card, please. The fans were horrendous to Sugar. Horrendous. I'm so embarrassed. I am so embarrassed by the way he's been treated. Like I don't know. I'm just one of those people that I can empathize, and I can't deal with people who are okay with treating people like shit. I don't know. Like, I just can't do it no more. Give me one more card. One more card. Yeah. Okay. So Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. So new opportunities are coming to his life. I'm also seeing him doing a little more producing. I think music is his thing. So I think he might be a part of the industry, but I don't think he wants to be in a label, or he might create his own label. But time will tell. I think right now he's trying to get a clear mind, a clear direction onto where he needs to go after this tour. Five of Pentacles, King of Wands, or King of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. Eventually I do see marriage for him. But I see it as an equal partnership. It's not like, I feel like he's going to end up with someone who is very much in that industry, or very much in that life, or in a very similar place, but he does not want to deal with some naive little girl that doesn't know how to, think for herself. He needs someone who is definitely independent minded, definitely has her own career going. Definitely he wants someone who doesn't cause drama in his life. That's what he wants. I'm hearing the song Paint It Black by the Rolling Stones. But I feel like marriage will come into his life. I don't know how old he is, but I'm getting like mid to late 30s. This is going to be, he's taking his time on this, you guys. He's really taking his time. All right. V, Jimin, and then Jungkook. 6 cards, please, for V. Jungkook is last, so if you've made it this far in the reading, thank you so much. I appreciate it, you guys. There's something wielding and turning in the life, in his life, in Taeyong's life. There's something very it's almost like a strike of fortune, like fortune favors the bold. That's a very strong statement. I think Julius Caesar, or no, Alexander the Great, I don't remember who, but fortune favors the bold. And there's something about V where he I'm seeing like a I don't know if you saw, I don't know if any of you saw like Marvel, like Doctor Strange. He's my favorite. That's my favorite Marvel film. He's my favorite superhero because he can manipulate time and space. And I guess metaphorically, I am seeing something that spiritually like V is doing in his life, that he's able to now, there's something very transformative because I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune where it's like it's almost like things are coming into my direction. It's a very, very like like I would say transmutation kind of energy, which is his creativity is bringing that out. Um, there's something about him that is very understated. Like it's not. He's still very popular. He's still very good looking, but it's more so on like how he, I guess law of attraction. I say law of attraction, but it's a process he's actually learning, or he's trying to understand this. 6 cards, please, for V. What's going on for V? Whew. Spent my whole freaking day doing this. What's going on for V? Okay. 5 of Wands. Yeah, the World. Something is coming in full circle. That's what it is. Something is coming in full circle with the World card here and the 7 of Pentacles. Something he's been trying to, he's very deliberate with his thoughts. I will say this about V. He's very deliberate with his thoughts. He's very deliberate with his actions and what he says. He sets his intentions. He's a very like, I say what I mean, and I mean what I say type of energy. Yeah. Ace of Pentacles, 7 of Cups. Eight of Cups. 3 of Wands. Ace of Swords. The Hanged Man. So Pisces is also coming out. 3 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles. He's keeping a lot of things, keeping like a lot of cards to his chest right now. He's not really showing off as much. He doesn't show off more than what he has to. I will say that. Not right now. Maybe he used to, but not right now. I feel like there's a strong sense here of he's trying to really understand what he's trying to do. I'm seeing level up. He's trying to see that saw he's trying to, like, you know that song by Beyonce, Level Up? Was it Beyonce? Level up. Like he's trying to level up, but I feel like it's coming with some resistance right now with the 5 of Wands here. It's coming with some resistance because it is, he tends to get he tends to be in his comfort zone. He likes his comfort zone. Everybody likes their comfort zone. But it's almost as if when he's in that comfort situation, it's like you're being forced to move. And when he's forced to move, he's like, oh my God, do I have to do this? So he's keeping a lot of things to his chest right now. He's looking for his options in what to do in his life. But I feel like something is coming full circle for him. This whole time and space thing now. It's like he's learning to... 3 cards, please. What is this time and space continuum? 8 of Swords. Yeah. Two more cards. Page of Swords. King of Wands. I see V ending up with someone older than him. With the Two of Cups here, could be a soulmate. Someone who is. I'm seeing also an actress. Could be an actress. Asian. I'm seeing Asian. Maybe Chinese or something. Or I don't know, but I'm seeing Chinese, an actress. But what I am seeing, that's who he's gonna probably end up with if he wants to. But there's something about him. It's like he's guarding his thoughts because his thoughts is creating some kind of, like, he means what he says, and he says what he means, and he doesn't want to, like, lead people on. Like, that's the type of energy I'm getting. I feel like meditation is very strong with him. I don't know if he does meditate, but I feel like meditation is very strong with him. I feel like Yoda right now. The Force is strong with you, Obi-Wan. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I feel. Like, I feel like, do or do not. There is no try. Like, that is what I'm getting with V. It's like, you're not trying. You're doing it or you're not doing it. It's either you're pregnant or you're not pregnant. It's very a black and white kind of energy. Like, it's either yes or no, right? And and then as soon as you get that answer, you go from there, right? It's either yes or no. And yeah, he doesn't want to get stuck in a loop. This is something where I think when he was younger, he got stuck, and a lot of people get stuck in their own culture. He was getting stuck and placed into situations that he was not meant to be in. And I feel like he's learning from that and he's growing from that, but I do feel like he's learning how to kind of manipulate time and space, which means, like, I've learned my lessons from the past. Like, it could also be because we're in retrograde right now. We're in retrograde, Mercury retrograde until the 29th of July. So it could also mean he's been retracting a lot of things from his past and trying to understand it full force as it comes together now. I see this happening mostly like at night, like before, like, sleep. He could be getting vivid dreams. Give me one more card for V. One more card for V. He's single right now, y'all, but he doesn't want to get, that's the thing with the Chariot, like, he does not want to get stuck with people, places, and things that he's been shipped with. He doesn't want to get stuck because he is a man of, I'll say this about V, he's a man of principle, okay? He does not want to be put in a box, and he does not want to be labeled something, or he's with someone that he's not with. Fair enough. Okay. I mean, that's what I'm getting. Um, right now, all he really gives a shit about is his success. This is someone who has he has the audacity, he has a level of pride, he has a level of, like, I know my worth. Why would you put me with this person? You know what I mean? Any other cards, please, for V? Then we'll get to Jimin and then Jungkook. 5 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. This guy knows how to, again, Very similar to J-Hope. He knows how to manifest. He knows how to multiply things. He knows how to get $1,000 and make it into $10,000. He knows how to do that. Like that is part of who he is. That is his co-creation with the universe. He knows how to multiply things. He knows how to do for example, he knows how to do a sponsorship, do some pictures, do some fashion shit, and it sells. Like he knows how to make that shit happen. It's his aura. It's his aura. And unfortunately, when you have someone so bright like V, and he's not just bright in emotionally, like I think he's very self-aware, and I think he's bright mentally. I think he has a good head on his shoulders. I just think he just does not want to be associated with how he's been labeled in the past. And this is definitely a level up for him. If Army is going to be very low class, if Army is going to act a certain way, if Army is going to act like fucking crazy people, I don't want to have anything to do with you. You know, he will put that boundary up, and he will say, yes, I am better than you. Yes, I will not talk to you, and I will leave you alone because I'm not going to associate my life with you. Why should I? You know, all you do is bring me pain, and why would I stay in a place that's giving me pain and suffering and mental cluelessness? Make it make sense. This guy, he wants to be with someone who makes sense. His love life has to make sense. His personal life has to make sense. And it has to make sense to him. It may not make sense to me or you or Army, but it makes sense to him. And he ends up marrying someone who we are out of the blue. Out of the blue. And he's just like, oh, like 5 years later, I'm getting married. Like, you didn't know? Yeah. Wow. Or I've already been married. Like, we've been married for like 2 years now and nobody knew. Like, that's the kind of thing. Because his life has to make sense to him. Because it's his life. It's not Army's life. It's not my life. It's his. And his love life has to make sense to him. It has to be mentally, emotionally, and physically in alignment with him. I also feel like he's outgrown BTS. And I've said this before. He has outgrown BTS. The whole scenario, the whole genre, the whole music, the whole singing and dancing, he has outgrown that. He's not on their level. He's on another level. And I'm just going to leave it like that. Because that's how he is. And yeah, when Naomi Campbell says, you are not on my level, and she says it to another model, like, you are not on my level, da 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 da. It's because she's not. She's on a different level. And the same thing with V. V is on another level. He does not associate. He does not put himself out there. He doesn't make himself to be a victim. He's not just going to say yes to everything. He knows when to say no. Okay? So that is what I have for V. Okay. Jimin, 6 cards for Jimin. And then I will get a money and career oracle card for them, and then we're done. Lord have mercy. This was the big one. I dropped the big one. Jimin, what's going on for Jimin? I'm still not done with this. What the hell? Jimin. What's going on for Jimin? 6 cards. I am open for personal readings if you guys are interested. I'll put it all in the description box below. Alright, Jimin. 2 of Wands. You can't make it up. 10 of Swords. You know there's an ending here. There's going to be an ending here. The Hanged Man. 6 of Swords. So I think 5 of Wands. What's going on for Jimin? There's something conflicting in his energy. Knight of Swords. Mentally. His ego could be fighting something. His ego could be fighting it. It's like the end of an era, but I think he's also kind of fighting it. I think he's so, again, he's so used to his comfort zone. He's so used to where he was at that he doesn't really know how to move forward. But I think mentally he's also been checked out. I think mentally he's checked out of BTS. Like he's like, I'm over here now. You know, I'm doing something else. 5 of Cups. Page of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles. The Lovers. I'm hearing like I've been generous enough. I've been generous enough. I'm seeing a lot of institutions here, establishments here. 3 of Wands, 2 of Swords, and Page of Cups. So the one thing that he's going through is Jimin is Jimin. He thinks he doesn't always think he's right, but he thinks he's right. He doesn't see all the options that are around him. He doesn't see all the opportunities that are around him. So when he makes a decision, sometimes it can come with conflict. And, you know, when you're not, there's something you have to understand. When you're not, when you're insecure, you will always have conflict whenever you're trying to find something in your life, whenever you're trying to find your way in life. You will always find conflict anywhere in your life, and that comes from your self-esteem, self-worth. And I'm not saying he doesn't have any self-worth. I feel as though he's in conflict right now with his ego. I think there is something in his life that is causing him to have an ego death. And it's not, when I say ego death, it doesn't mean it's the end of your ego. We all, even I do, at some point, because that's how we work around this world. That's how we build. That's how we build on this earthly plane, is having an ego, right? That's just the way the world works. And sometimes you have to understand, you know, give to Caesar what is Caesar's and give to God what is God's. So and now there's rap music playing. So yes, again, he's like, if you're listening to this rap song that's just playing out there outside, it's just talking about like, I'm just telling you about my life and my ego, right? I feel like Jimin, let me close the window real quick. I feel like Jimin is one of those people who is he's trying to find a version of him that does not exist yet. I think it's going to take a level of maturity on his end. Um he's a good guy. Like he's a good guy, but I feel as though like he doesn't know any better besides his values. Like he's way too deep in his Korean traditions. And as beautiful as it also comes with a lot of heartbreak and a lot of consequences when you can't fit in into a culture like that, because he's not fitting in and he's learning the hard way that he can't fit into his own culture, um because it's not meant for him, right? It's not meant for him. He can love his culture, he can love his parents, he can love his sibling, whatever goes, I don't know what he has, but he can love them, but respectfully, he doesn't have to stay there. That's the thing. He's staying there and he doesn't know it's draining his energy. He's like, I just want to see another like American sunset or something like that. Like that's what I'm seeing. Like I just want to see another sunset in America. Like this is how beautiful it is. Like I just see him on the coast and just looking at like the Pacific Ocean and just saying like how beautiful it is in the States. Like there's something about the United States that he likes that he can't find in Korea and he can't find anywhere else in the world. There's something about the US. So I don't know if he's going to end up here, but there's definitely a sense of there's a call. There's a call. Calling for him. Yeah, King of Pentacles, the Star, Page of Swords, Queen of Cups. Potentially, this could become, he could end up being, getting married in the US. Potentially. I don't know when. And I don't know who. But I do feel like Jimin, there's something about him that is, he's not holding back. This is interesting because he's not holding back. He's not keeping things close to the chest. But there's something here where he's trying to build something that's not really being built. Like it feels like it almost feels like he built something on shallow waters or on shallow ground. And he didn't really build like a foundation. He just thought things were this way, like my house is this way and this is how it is and that's it. He never thought to question it. He never thought to believe, who put it there. He never thought of the builders. He never thought of he there's something slightly, I would say this about Jimin, there's something slightly naive about him. And but I feel like he's trying to find his way. He doesn't want to burn bridges where he has to, but I feel like he will have to burn some bridges in his life. Give me 2 more cards, please, for Jimin, and then I'll get to Jungkook. Yeah, Strength. Knight of Cups. Yeah, like he does, question everything. Even question your tarot readers, question everyone. Like that's healthy to me. But I feel like he doesn't question it. He's just like, yeah, I don't believe in this. This is what it is. If I can't see it, then it's not here. And I understand why people are like that, but at the same time, it's like we've gone too far into this life now that you have to already have seen something in your life that reflects that what your thoughts are become things. And it's not really like he's in this place of like he doubts himself. Like he really will question it, not until like he thinks that he can't make a decision if it's not in front of him. It's like, no, you are every day making a decision when you wake up, when you go take a shower, when you go to school, when you do everything you want to do, you're always making a decision. And I feel like he's not really, there's something about him that's not really getting that just yet. Obi-Wan, right? You're not really getting it yet. It's like there is a lot of magnetism that is forming around him, and he attracts what he wants, but he's also not seeing that it didn't just come to you. It was a manifestation, right? It was an energy exchange with the universe. Like, this is why I say, like, you should not outsource your power to someone else. It's within you, right? And that's the thing. When it's within you, you end up having to take responsibility for yourself, for your life, for your decisions, for your consequences, for everything around you. Now, it's one thing when you were a kid, you had no choice. But when you're an adult, you do have a choice. And I do feel like Jimin is starting to kind of learn that. Like, maybe he's trying to like just analyze it too much, but he's definitely like, the traditions are so tied around his feet. The tradition, like the Korean traditions, are so tied around him. It's so immersed in him that he can't see outside of it. Right? So that's what I'm getting. He's a very respectful person. I do appreciate his artistry. I do appreciate him as a person, but you know, there are some things there. Yes, there are some things that will be different. Yes, this life will take you to a different path, but you have to learn to understand and receive it, right? Yeah, that's all I got for Jimin. Like, very egocentric. This Jimin is very egocentric. It's very 3D. It's very dense. It's very dense. It's no longer, it's not really as fluid. He will only see the baby when it's been born. He won't see like the 9 months it's been in the belly. Like, he will only see it when it's been born, like when it's in his hand. Like, see, that's like, he has no faith. Like, that's just the best way to put it. Like, he has no faith. So yeah, I can't be around people like that. That's too heavy for me. It's too much for me. Whew. Jungkook. Holy Spirit Ancestors. 6 cards, please, for Jungkook. Queen of Cups. The one and only, right? The one and only Jungkook. Page of Wands. The World. 4 of Pentacles. Ten of Cups. Beautiful. The Tower. Beautiful. The Fool. Hierophant. King of Pentacles. Page of Cups. What is his overall energy? Judgment, and the Ace of Swords. So there's a coming to Christ moment. There is a return, and it's almost as if his prayers, or what he's looking for, is about to be answered, but it's going to be answered simultaneously. It's going to be answered in a different way from what everyone else thinks. It's going to be, his prayers are being answered and the call is coming in. But at the same time, it's like, I have to be stable for right now because we have, obligations to deal with. There's a lot of multitasking with Jungkook right now. There's a lot of multitasking. There's a lot of saving his battery, saving his energy. There's a lot of traveling too. He no longer wants to fit the mold. The Tower and the Page of Wands. He no longer wants to fit the mold. There's something here when I got the first three cards, which was the Queen of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the World. Like the first three cards here, it's like he's being honest. He's starting to be honest with himself. He's trying to trust himself, trying to be honest with himself, trying to find his own gifts, his own way. Because he also knows that his life is not supposed to be a stereotypical K-pop life that he's going to have. He's going to have a very different life from what the media has portrayed him to be. He's keeping a lot of things to the chest right now. He's not really holding on. I think that is his stability. I feel like emotionally he's kind of breaking down, and I know he cried on stage. I heard about that, and I think part of it is because he's breaking down emotionally, because his, first of all, he went through a lot last year. I mean, people breaking into his house, people trying to do the most, people all over his ass, like people shipping him with so many people. Like, he is really, like, he's breaking down. And as much as he loved the experience of being in BTS, he also was the face of a lot of ridicule, right? So what I'm thinking, what I'm seeing here is, right now he's really focused on his stability, on his work, on his efforts. But there's something here coming around for him. I do feel like he's doing more solo things. He could be working with other artists. Marriage, yeah, can come, but this is a marriage. This is something that will, yeah, it will come, but it's taking its time. It's not a fast moving thing. It's not a fast moving relationship with the Wheel of Fortune here. I feel like with Jungkook, him crying is letting go of a lot of pressure. And he started crying on stage, so he cried in front of everyone. This is what you do when you break down the male species. Like, when people really push a man to a breaking point, they will break down and they will cry. This man, I feel like he's been emasculated. He's been shipped with everyone. He's been poured, like, they've put so much energy on smearing and on saying things and on saying lies about him that he doesn't even know who he is. So he's trying to find himself, and he's trying to be honest with himself, because there has to be a better way. There has to be a better way. 3 more cards, please, for Jungkook. And Knight of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Cups is on the bottom. Yeah, there's new opportunities coming in for him. He may do music with newer artists that are coming out. But I do see solo. This is not happening right away, but I do feel like that's happening for him. I think, and I know, that he's trying to find the meaning to his life, because this guy, he's not lost. I think he's starting to find his bearing in life, but he knows it's gonna take time. I would be so careful to say that this guy there's a level of PTSD that he has. I feel like you drove him to drinking. That's not funny, but you know, you drove him there. Like there are things he needs to overcome because of certain things that have happened to him. It's like there's this thing. It's like he feels like he's won at life, and he's like he lost. He won and he lost. Like he won being rich and famous and a person of influence, and he also lost because he was also the face of a lot of shit, you know. And I don't mean to make him paint out like he's like a bad guy or anything. No, I feel like a lot of people have obsessed over him in a such an unhealthy way that it drove him to do things that were unhealthy. Yeah. High Priestess, Justice. I feel like if I didn't know any better, I would probably say if there's more shit that's gonna come out, he's looking and he's gonna put you guys to judge. Like there's something here about court and court situations and slandering his name and certain things that have happened to him and shipping him with so many freaking people. Is like, go ahead, do it. I feel like there's gonna be a time where he's gonna take a break from music, and I can understand why. I can understand why. One more card, please, for Jungkook. One more card. Ace of Wands, Knight of Cups. Yep. 5 of Pentacles. He's got to, I've said this before about him, he's got to be careful with his spending. That's what I'm getting. He's got to be careful with his spending. I do see a family for him eventually, but I feel as though there's something in his life that, I don't know, like it just feels like he's been monetized so much. He's no longer, he doesn't feel like a person, you know. He feels like a plant, like someone who just whatever. Give me one card for the rest of BTS. Give me one card. Just one. King of Wands. They're all looking for their individual spark. They're all looking for that. You know, star search is over, right? We all know who they are. But it's like, who are they as people? Like, who are they with their character, with their morals, with their, you know, because anyone can take their wealth. Anyone can take their home, you know, if they don't take care of it. So, yeah. That's what I'm getting, you guys. Let me get a money. Yeah, career transition and career passion. Money and career cards. So this is career transition. Navigate career transition smoothly. Identify your transferable skills, update your resume, and network to explore new opportunities. So yeah, new things are coming in for them. And career passion. Follow your career passion. Identify what excites you. Pursue opportunities that align with your interests and stay motivated by your purpose. So again, with some of them, they're no longer aligned with BTS, or they've outgrown BTS. That's what I'm getting for their career. Let me get 2 angel romance cards, and then I'll see you later. All right, holy angels, what messages do you have for them? For BTS as a group? Let your friends help you. Ask and accept support from others. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you, so they're being led to be cautious about red flags around them. Release your ex. So not necessarily an ex. They may have released it already, but it's time to clear your energy. So they need to clear their energy. They really do. If there's anyone that needs to sage, it's BTS. Anything else? Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. All right. Well, that's what I got for them in love. And yeah, that's what let's see. One card, please, for the group. One last card for the group. Oh, you can't make it up. New beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Oh, this came out in the beginning. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. And then you have trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. That is what I have, you guys. Love and light. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.